once again, I need a physician. Welcome back to my channel, where I am starting a new series today all about vintage Barbie fashions. We are talking the original outfits from 59 to 65 in this part 1. Now, I'm gonna put the names and series numbers of all of the outfits in the description below. Whenever you do look for these clothes, if you're a collector, if you're in the market for some, make sure you always include the series number whenever you're searching on eBay, followed by the name. A lot of times you don't even need the name, just search vintage Barbie followed by the series number. We are going to be looking at 33 ensembles, all released between 1959 to 1965 or so. This would be, some people call it the vintage era. Technically, vintage would be up to 1998, but I just call it early 60s. This was strictly before mod fashion, which we'll get into in part 2, followed by early 70s in part 3. This first part is all early 60s. This was the dawn of the fashion doll. This was when Barbie's clothes were at their highest quality. I divided them up into 6 categories. So let's start it out. First category up is Barbie Goes Domestic. We are starting off with our adorable little chefs, our little cooks in the kitchen. These are some of the cutest outfits you'll ever see in your life. This is Barbie Learns to Cook from 1965. She comes with all this cookware. This print is so cute. They did a repro of this with a lemon swirl ponytail like this girl here. Next to that we have Barbie Q from 59, and then Cheerful Chef Kin, which came out a little later. Barbie Q is, this dress is so adorable. They made a lot of these little aprons with the fashion packs in different colors, but the one that came with this was white. They have a little wooden roller pin here. He has a little hot dog on a fork. These two make for an absolutely adorable pair. If you're into Barbie's sort of household looks, her around the kitchen, these are like the cutest things on the planet. I love all 3 of these looks. And the last one I brought in would be Barbie Babysits. And Barbie Babysits consisted of this apron and a lot of accessories. A little phone numbers for you to call, doctor, blah, a baby. Just a lot of stuff for the baby. Some books, pretzels, a phone, some medicine, some diapers, a blanket, a pillow. It's really cute. This is an American Girl midge I have it on. I don't know, whenever I see these like old Barbies, to me they all sort of speak in like this, like transatlantic sort of. Doreen, yes. Well, once again, I need a physician. I'm afraid there's a foul odor coming from the baby. No, I've put her on the fire escape. Do what? Doreen, that's positively vulgar. I believe that's a job best suited for the mother. All right, I'm embarrassed. These are our domestic looks. They're all great. My favorite is gotta be Barbie Learns to Cook, but Barbie Q is a close second. I love all these. Next up on the list is Barbie Goes to Work. Barbie Goes to Work. Now we have our doctor, our RN, our Candystriper Volunteer, and a stewardess. This registered nurse outfit is one of the most popular Barbie fits from history. This was really when nursing just, it didn't just sound good. I mean, it really looked good. Look at this cape and the fit on this dress and the hat and the glasses. I mean, totally one of my favorite Barbie outfits in history. The American Airlines flight attendant is super cute too. I have this on a Tishan ponytail, just like this girl here. The Pan Am one, actually, I don't think is quite as nice as this one, but that's one of the super rare fits that mint condition could go easily over 1,200 bucks. This you could get, I'm sure, for between $75 and $100. Probably complete. I think they made a lot of these. Dr. Ken. Barbie wasn't a doctor until 73, which is a piece we will look at in part 3 of this series, the early 70s. But for right now, she was a Candystriper volunteer, a registered nurse, a flight attendant, and one other career that was a big deal for Barbie. Astronaut Barbie and Ken, but especially Astronaut Barbie, Miss Astronaut from 1965, is one of my all-time favorite pieces. I love this outfit. I love that this predates Sally Ride by almost 2 decades. This is one of the coolest vintage Barbie outfits ever. Maybe the coolest vintage Barbie outfit from this era you can find. It's not as expensive nearly as the Pan Am outfit. Getting close to being just as hard to find, but they did make a repro too. Doesn't quite look like this, but they did do a cool repro. I did as a giveaway. These are great. If you want Barbie at work and Ken, you can't go wrong with these early 60s pieces. But let's move on to the next one, which is Barbie Takes Vacation. Mattel came out with several travel costumes. These are a couple of my favorites. Barbie in Japan, especially, I think is really killer. Ken obviously looks adorable with the sombrero and all this. This Japan look is honestly so beautiful. Really love it. Now another amazing look is Open Road. This is a very classic Barbie ensemble. A lot of people know. Honestly, the tailoring on this coat, this is Barbie just out on the road. This kind of makes me think of like I Love Lucy when they went to Hollywood and stuff. She has a little road map. I like to match this with Barbie's first car. Next would be picnic set. She's got a little picnic basket too. This is Barbie obviously going fishing. You get this cute little hat, a fish, a fishing pole, this gingham top, and these blue jeans. Very classic look. A lot of Barbie collectors know. And we also have tennis time. This is Barbie on the tennis court. The cutest sports looks she's got. I love these little blue glasses. This sweater is just adorable. She's got a tennis racket, a little book with the tennis rules, a ball. This would be Barbie Takes Vacation. These are all great looks. Lots of playtime for kids. If I had to pick a favorite out of this bunch, it's got to be Open Road. The whole look, the tailoring, is just too good. Now, the next one is Barbie Has a Ball. First up, Golden Glory. This is a good example of stuff that you would see from 65, where they were very generous with the fabrics, and these pieces are just so over the top. Love this fit. This is a brunette swirl ponytail this is on. The next one would be Midnight Blue, which you can see just miles of this royal blue satin, this fur collar, this sort of silver bodice here. I mean, you can't really get more glamorous than Midnight Blue. This is an American Girl Tishan this is on. Such a beautiful fit. Love the long gloves. Love everything about this one. So pretty. So nice. Also, we have Sophisticated Lady. You can see we have another American Girl, this time a brunette. Again, you see just miles of fabric here. This is a velvet. So beautiful. You can see a bit of a theme happening here. So much going on with these, and they're just gorgeous. And finally, I brought out Country Club Dance. Now, this outfit did not come with the head wrap. This is a fashion queen, Barbie, and she came with wigs, and this was one of the this was a head wrap that came with it, sort of Cleopatra inspired. But they used the same material here with this gold lame and white, and I added it to just go with this, and I think it's pretty fabulous. Not exactly a ball gown, but she's having a ball, so I brought her out too. Now, if you want to be a little fancier, if Barbie has a big event planned, these are some killer looks. Next on the list, Barbie Has a Date. Friday Night Date is a major Barbie classic. This is one of the most wholesome date looks that Barbie had in the early 60s. It's a little bit Dorothy from Wizard of Oz. It's just really cute. She came with some sodas and a tray. This is a piece a lot of collectors know. It's adorable. You can see why so many people like it. Another one is After 5. This is a very classy little black and white number here. This one is very easy to find and for a pretty cheap price. I've always really liked this outfit. I don't think it was as popular with kids because it's not as colorful, but they made a lot of them, and it's really classy, really cute. Can't really go wrong with After 5. Another one is Theater Date with this insane saturated green here. Now, these sorts of looks you would see a lot in like Harper's Bazaar and Vogue from the early 60s. It's really adorable. Now, you may not have seen them that much in satins like this, but this is really great. And definitely one of the brighter fits from this era. I love this one on a bubble cut. She just looks so classy, so ready to hit the theater. And then we have this one from Carol Spencer called Bow Time. This is a fashion queen if you're wondering why this wig is so crazy. The Repro fashion queen wigs are pretty insane. There's so much hair in them. But this outfit is so cute. And the way that it's cut sort of below the hips down here before, I mean, it's just great. It's so pretty. You can see this is Barbie having a very sweet little date with Ken. And this was from 65, I believe, as well. The last pieces from this category, this girl ready for her date with Ken to go ice skating. This is an adorable pair. Uh, Obviously a winter ice skating look. You know, Ken's looks in the early 60s were very wholesome. Ken in general looks very wholesome, kind of like a teenager. And I just love all of his old looks. I do think that Ken in the early 70s is like the ultimate. But Ken in his most wholesome days in the early 60s is super cute. These two are a lot of fun. But Barbie doesn't only go on dates with Ken, which is why our next category is titled Barbie Stays Busy. I was going to title it Barbie Gets Busy, and it just hit me that that's kind of weird. Suburban Shopper. One of the most popular Barbie fits again. Now, this one has a couple of versions. It was also made in a light red version called Busy Morning. The hat on these always frays. It's like real straw. Very difficult to find one that is in mint condition. I think that Suburban Shopper looks best on a Titian ponytail. Just because orange hair, the blue on the dress. But, you know, this looks great on a bubble cut too. This is Barbie just going grocery shopping. She is so cute. This dress is so breezy and summery. Like a lot of early vintage clothing, you can see there's a working zipper on the back. It's sturdy material. The Suburban Shopper dress isn't that hard to find or that expensive because they were made so well. They last a very long time. I love Suburban Shopper. And I also love Dinner at 8. This was a trend that you would see a lot more of in the mod era called hostess pajamas. And I put this in Barbie Keeps Busy because hosting is a job. It's something you have to prepare for. And look at this. This like raven ponytail with these pink lips. This is such a beautiful look. It looks great on any early Barbie you want to put it on. Another look, Poodle Parade. Now, this was made in 1965 only. More difficult to find vintage, but they did do a repro. And this is Barbie at a dog show. This is, it did not come with a poodle, but this is called Dogs and Duds. They came out in the 60s, and obviously if you can, you should match a poodle with this. It also comes with a trophy, a little poodle bag here, the scarf, the glasses. It's a lot. This like pea green and pink. It's just perfect. She is so cute. I love this look. Another one. Now, Career Girl is, I was talking about this the other day. I think that Career Girl is probably the chicest early 60s Barbie look. This really is something you would see right out of Harper's Bazaar and Vogue from the early 60s to mid 60s. It is so perfect. This tweed, this hat, it is such a chic, nice look. This one is so good. And it's a little bit reminiscent of Sorority Meeting. This coat did not come with this. This is from a set called Peachy Fleecy. I love this coat. I think it adds a little something just over the shoulders here. As you can tell, I have a bit of a thing for raven-haired bubble cuts. One of my favorite Barbies ever. She just looks so cute. And these little kind of Jackie Kennedy-esque looks. I love all of these. But I also have one more from this category. Modern Art. Again, from 65. This one is extremely hard to find in good condition. This is Barbie at an art show. As I said, she has many things to do. And this fit is just, it's one of those classic looks, a little bit like Bow Time. So beautiful. Zipper down the back. This sheer green fabric just sort of covers the whole white dress underneath it. Really delicate, really beautiful look. If I had to pick my favorite out of all of these, it's gotta be Career Girl. This look is just so good. It's just so good. I love it so much, but I also love all these. I brought all these out for a reason. I love them all. Now, before we wrap up, I have a couple more that didn't really fit into a category, so I'm just gonna bring them out at the end because they're pretty notable.
Okay, Barbie.
Now, one of those would be the first Barbie wedding gown, which was pretty much how Barbie was introduced to everyone in that first commercial that launched her career, when they really showed that Barbie was not a vulgar toy. She could be anything a girl wanted her to be, including a bride, and a very beautiful bride. And a little inside info, some of the original ponytails, they were very thrifty with these, so every now and then you would get a factory bun or a braid that they would do in the factory. So when I found this factory bun ponytail brunette, I thought wedding day was perfect for her. Also an outfit that everyone knows and loves is Solo in the Spotlight. This is pretty much the antithesis to Friday Night Date. They came out at the same time, yet they are polar opposite looks. One is wholesome, and this one always makes me think of some like smoky cabaret in Berlin. And she's got to dab herself because it's, oh, she's pulling a Whitney Houston. She's just like, she's really giving it to the crowd. They're eating it up, and she's a star. Now, this would conclude our look at the early 60s vintage Barbie fashions. Next week is all about mod fashion. It is going to be colorful, crazy, even more outfits than there are this time. So much to look at. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.